What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the newest rumors of Pirates of the Caribbean, them going the reboot route, them going with Karen Gillan, kind of give my impressions of that, and also go over some of the other stuff that people are saying, including in these rumors, talk about if I believe it, talk about if this truly means no Jack Sparrow, no Pirates 6. So that's going to kind of be the theme of the video. One thing I quickly want to throw out here, I want to try and get more people into the Discord server. I want to see if having kind of a push for the Discord server would work. We have one. It's always listed in the description of all these videos. If you guys feel inclined to click on it, definitely give it a go, try it out, see if you guys like it. We have a Pirates of the Caribbean like category in Discord, so we can talk all about it there as well. Just wanted to throw that in there, and now we'll move on into the topic. So this kind of, this is definitely worrying. There's no doubt about it. This is absolutely worrying. I've seen people running with this, obviously even the quartering, who I really like. I love the guy, Jeremy. He does an awesome job. Seemingly, though, the push out there on the internet is, okay, well, they're going this route, so Johnny Depp, the Amber Heard stuff, that must have definitely affected it. I would say it doesn't necessarily, firstly, it doesn't mean 1,000% that there is no Pirate 6, that there is no Johnny Depp. Another thing is, these are all rumors, right? There were rumors that Johnny Depp is in talks, or that Disney wants to talk to him to get him back to Pirate 6. You saw a lot of people running with that on YouTube and on the internet. So there's very conflicting rumors. There's no doubt about it. There's different sides, basically, of these different camps online. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt, and ultimately, we just have to find out, I guess we will find out when it happens. So pretty much the base of this is that they're moving forward with the female lead. They're going to take that next step. They're going to go full in, okay? They want a female-led reboot, not Pirate 6, a reboot of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise with Karen Gillan to lead. Now, again, this has been kind of a name that fans have speculated for the longest time in the world. I guess maybe it went hand in hand with the media, right? When you think of like a redhead, you think of who would maybe be good, who could be like a AAA actor or actress that could lead this franchise. We've talked about it on this channel specifically, right? Is Karen Gillan the right person? There's Daisy Ridley. She could be a good one. But Karen Gillan, I understand why people have said it. I understand why this rumor is saying it. And even in the rumor, it talks about how there's no guarantee that they have talked to her, but there is interest, right? So maybe she hasn't talked to them. There's not even a confirmation that she would want to do it, which is obviously like the biggest thing, right? If she doesn't want to do it, well, then they have to move on. Back when Tyler and I used to do this, we've thrown around Robert Downey Jr., that would be a pretty interesting take, but that's a male. And they go on further in this to say Disney also may be looking for a woman of color. They may be looking for, not a white actress, basically. I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but, hopefully we can say that on the channel. But they could be looking that route. But other things, see, that's okay. By okay, I mean, I believe it. I don't like it. I don't love it. But I do believe it. But as it goes further and further down, they talk about how there is no director confirmed, but Disney has been looking at different directors. I guess I believe that, right? We know they have the writing team. You have to assume that Jerry Bruckheimer would be the producer, but Jerry Bruckheimer has been we've talked about that, right? He's been very, very vocal that Pirates is Johnny Depp. And while back in the day, we kind of disagreed on the channel, right? We kind of said, that's not necessarily something you want your franchise to be on is, okay, Jack is literally, you can't have, if you don't have Johnny Depp, you don't have Jack, you don't have Pirates. I think to have a franchise that survives a very, very long time, which it has, but I mean even longer, you would have to move on to, from it. We have said that, but at the same time, in this case, it works to our benefit. So if he's the producer, wouldn't he be pretty vocal about Johnny Depp? Also, again, the Amber Heard stuff, I mean, he's winning. Johnny Depp is winning, and Amber Heard's losing. So, if he comes out of this completely clean, what happens there? Does Disney say, well, we're going to still get rid of you because of and remember, we've talked about all basically avenues Disney can go afterwards. We've talked about, right? Do they go, hey, you just cost way too much. We literally can't. If they did that, I would understand. I wouldn't side with them, but I would understand where they're coming from, right? Because if he, I believe it was Pirates 4 or something, he was $75 million just for that movie, or even maybe it was even Pirates 5. It may have actually been a little bit lower for Pirates 5, but if you have to pay the man, say even $30 to $60 million to say for like a Pirates 6, but you could get somebody else, Karen Gillan, and you could give her $10 million for one movie. It's like, well, you're losing a lot of money on Johnny Depp. So if they said that would be understandable. If they said the problems he's had in the past, I don't want to say the D word, let's say. If they went that route, it's like, okay, well, you could, but at the same time, like, he's done that stuff his whole life. He has had problems for sure, and he's had different issues, breaking his hand on the set of Pirates 5, and they had to delay like his scenes, right? They still filmed other people's scenes during that time. He's had issues, but you've dealt with them for so long. Saying, like, copping out and giving that as your answer, I don't think that'll go over well with many people. The final thing is, in this website at least, it says the budget on the film is north of $100 million and is being made for theatrical release despite rumors of a Disney Plus series. I don't know what that kind of like means. I don't know why they would throw something out like that. And see, that is where I start to get a little bit more sketchy on this kind of stuff. Like the Disney Plus, yeah, we've talked about it, but I haven't seen any major things. I guess there was kind of that push at some point for like the Jack Sparrow like prequel series maybe for Disney Plus. Here's the deal. Like I've said even multiple times on this channel, a Disney Plus show for Pirates would work wonders. If you want to test if Pirates of the Caribbean still resonates, make a Disney Plus show. You're making them for Marvel. You're making them for Star Wars. They're working really well. I mean, yeah, we've only had 2 for Star Wars, but they've worked incredibly, especially obviously for Mandalorian. They've worked insanely well. And I would wager a bet that the Marvel ones will work really well too, as long as they can get them out because of the filming and all that stuff that's basically happened. But I think they are going to do very, very well. Make a Pirates one. If you want to do the Jack prequel, I don't necessarily know if that's the avenue I would go. I've talked about it, right? Maybe you do like a Henry and Karina thing. Maybe that wouldn't sell over well. I mean, you have different options, right? Overall, you definitely have different options. And even the north of 100 million. So, like, does that mean like just a little bit above it? Because that's actually for Pirates, that's a very, very small amount. Now, I know the budget for 5 was a lot lower than like 4 and 3, but then all of the issues. Pirates 5 had a pretty bad filming experience where they went over budget. I think they went over budget. I remember the story. I remember like them saying it. I feel like the numbers of like 25 to 50 million, they would maybe be safe for me to say something like that. I feel like they went at least $50 million over the budget they had planned for Pirates 5. So while it wasn't as expensive or intended to be as expensive, it was still expensive, and all the movies are expensive. If it's only 100 million, say like 125 million, that's like Birds of Prey budget. That's not necessarily what you think of when you think of Pirates. So if you do that, do we expect like a severely toned down Pirates experience? I honestly do I think that we would. I really do. Obviously, different directors have different ways of kind of squeezing the budget, right? Some do it better than others. But I would overall imagine that would kind of be a smaller scale, even though you could argue Pirates 5, I think overall felt like it was smaller in every like scope and scale imaginable. In my honest opinion, I feel like somewhat in a good way in different ways. But it depends. It really does depend. I think that kind of does scare me. And also that's just a number. That could just be a number that they randomly have thought of, right? We won't know that for years. Overall, this is a little worrying. This is not something that I would necessarily want to hear, right, that they're moving forward with this. And I think that we have said before, is it possible that they could be doing this and this could be the push that they're talking about, and could they also be doing a Pirates 6? I mean, yeah, it is possible, but these writers, the ones that they have, right, the Chernobyl one, like, if they're not making, even Ted Elliott, right, if they're not making Pirates 6 right now, if that's not what they've been working on, and they are working on the female reboot, then it's over. It really is over. And like you could tell, I think from my voice and my energy level, like that would absolutely suck. And to be honest with you, like I've said numerous times, I really don't know how they could go forward with a decision on this until the Johnny Depp situation is finished. Because if you're going to do this, and you're going to do this female-led movie, and you're getting all ready, and you're going to start filming, but then say in like 2 or 3 months, it's finally finished. All this court stuff is finished, and like Johnny Depp is good. He is good to go. He's in the clear. Does Disney say, oh, well, shoot, sorry, we already started filming. The script's done. We can't add you. Pirates is dead. For your generation or your franchise of Pirates is gone. We're rebooting it. We're going to do it a different way. And now everybody has to accept that was the ending to it. All this kind of stuff. I feel like it's going to be pretty darn messy. I don't think it's going to go over well for anybody, really, because we're all going to be very, right? I think over the last couple months, we've all felt like some sort of energy, like a newfound energy, like a wave of optimism, basically, for the potential, right? Because, I mean, the idea of a Pirates 6 has gone through so so many ups and downs on this channel, right? We've been doing it literally since the beginning, since Pirates 5, and it looked pretty darn good. And then even like those directors, right? They said that they had the plan, right? They knew they were going to make a 5 and 6, but then it didn't do all that well, even though I think it did really, really good. Obviously, Disney didn't think so, and then all the stuff with Johnny Depp started coming out, and it got very, very bad, where it basically seemed impossible, like it was just absolutely not going to happen. Then we started hearing about the female stuff, but then this Johnny Depp stuff started happening, and everybody started to feel maybe a little bit better about it. The thing that's going to really upset me the most is if this, it's saying like a year from now when we have like full on, like we know exactly what's going on right there, they've been filming or they just finished filming the reboot, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be really interesting, I should say, to like talk about and to think about. They made basically the mistake, or really all of the stuff that happened. Like, if it was just shifted a little bit, things would be different. You know what I mean? If things were just shifted, it would be a whole lot different. And that's going to suck, again, to kind of realize where it's like, if only all this court stuff that's happening now maybe happened a year ago before they hired writers, before they really started to commit to Reboot. If only that happened, maybe they would have held off until this, you know what I mean? Maybe they would have held off until this stuff happened and was finished between those two, and then they could have decided. Whereas now, maybe they're too far in. And again, that's what really worries me the most about this rumor, is the fact that, hey, they're going all in, like they fully decided. But that also means that if you believe like this was talked about just like a few days ago or a few weeks ago, like now is the time that you're fully deciding to do it, while in the background Johnny Depp is becoming like more and more vindicated. You're going to do that now. You're going to decide to completely, you know what I mean? Like, you just made the decision, the full-on decision to leave him behind while he's being like exonerated, while he's being like, oh, you know what? He's actually fine. It's a really bad timing by Disney and by the writers and by, anybody. It's a really bad timing. Again, it's not confirmed. It's just a report. There's been lots of reports. There's been lots and lots of rumors on Pirates. You can't always in fact, a lot of these movie rumors you can't trust in general. So I do understand that. You have to take all these things with a grain of salt, and I always try and say that, but definitely interesting. Not good news to wake up to 2 days ago when this happened, but it is what it is, right? And we have to kind of just go forward. If anything like this continues to happen, any breaking news like this, I'll absolutely be covering it on this channel. Let me know, as always, guys, what you think. Do you think that they're going the female route? Do you think maybe they'll hold off to see for Johnny Depp for Pirate 6? Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, have that bell icon turned on, and again, if you guys feel like you want to, make sure you check out our Discord server. The link is always there. So is our Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I just kind of want to push the Discord, see if anything happens there, okay? So let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys. And by the way, the Pirates 5 thing's still happening. I'm still going to do the Pirates 5 review, the 3-year anniversary, so that is going to happen. And again, anything breaking Pirates, we'll be covering it on the channel, okay? Thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.